Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. I'm your host, GQ. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button.
Save Martha!
Like the video, this one and the other ones that I've done. Check out culturejunkies.net. Also, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're also on Twitch and Discord, so we are basically everywhere. Today, we got a very, very special item. One that I've been chasing for 6 years, believe it or not. Real quick backstory, going to get the box up here in just a second. There was a game that came out back in 2015, I think it was June 23rd, called Batman Arkham Knight. Now, of course, that game came out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC. And needless to say, there was a Batmobile edition announced. You guys know I love collector's editions. It was a $200 collector's edition Batmobile version that was announced. I think the press conference was done during the day online or something like that. Within the hour of them saying what the price was, I was at my local GameStop putting down the pre-order amount that was necessary. I think it was $50 to make sure that I got that game. Fast forward almost a year to that day. The company announces, I believe it was, I hope I'm getting this right. It might have been Triforce, I don't think it was Treyarch. I think it was Triforce. It was a company that was tasked with making the model of the Batmobile that you were going to get. Well, needless to say, a week before the game was going to drop, they announced that the Batmobile edition is canceled and you can get your refund at your local retailer. I'm like, but I already had it paid for. And not only did I have it paid for, you announced it right at the end when any other type of collector's edition would be almost impossible to find because most of those were already pre-ordered. So needless to say, GQ was not happy. So that brings us to today. Through the magic of the internet and good old eBay, I got a hold of one of those limited Batmobile editions because essentially the story goes that the Batmobile edition was canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. Come to find out a little bit later, that just basically meant poor quality control. The company, Warner Brothers, did not like what they were getting out of these Batmobiles, I guess the quality of the product itself. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I get where you guys are coming from. You want to protect your intellectual property and all that. But I've already paid for this thing. I should be the one making that final call on whether or not the quality of it is up to what I like, what I think I should get. Because again, I put money down on this as soon as it was announced. So I was ready to get this thing. I wanted it. Because again, big fan of collector's editions, big fan of Batman. So for them to just basically arbitrarily say, oh yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and cancel that collector's edition that people have already paid money into and we're waiting for right before the game comes out, really, really rubbed me the wrong way. So, and I'd been holding that grudge for all this time. I'm gonna be 100% honest. That still pissed me off to this day. But now I can throw all that behind me. I have got a hold of one of those Batmobile editions. And the funny thing is, again, you know they canceled it a week out, so you knew this thing was basically already complete. Make sure I don't get any shipping information. You guys don't need to know where I live. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep cutting away here. So yeah, for them to cancel it right before the game was about to be released, you knew that these things were actually done. So, fast forward to now, apparently, I guess the company, I think, again, I want to say it's Triforce. I could be wrong in that. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But they essentially screwed everybody over. And now the company, I believe, went bankrupt. So it was part of selling off their assets. they had a whole bunch of these things left. Because again, the game was ready to go. And the Batmobiles were definitely ready to go. So they had to sell these things off. And thankfully, somebody in Poland decided to buy a whole bunch of these bad boys. And that's how I got a hold of one, because somebody in Poland decided to buy a whole bunch of their assets. And here we are. Your friend GQ's got one now. And which way is up? I believe it's this way. It's time to find out what's in this bad boy, because I've wanted this thing. Obviously, I put money down on it since it was announced, and now I finally have it. So yeah, I know this video is a little bit longer than normal because of all the backstory and the extra, but this one's a little bit special. This is literally the end of a 6-year chase for an item. And yep, loving it already. You got the big, huge Wayne Tech logo staring you right in the face. So let's get this thing open. Nah, that's probably a bad idea. Come on. Ooh, it's got weight to it. It's got a good amount of weight to it. Okay, box out of the way. All right, man, massive, like it should be. Wayne Tech logo on the front, Wayne Tech logo on the front there. On the sides, continues on the little tech design, got a Wayne Tech logo on the back. And enough of that, I gotta see it. Okay, warning, fragile, blah, blah, blah. Still got the comic book. Now here's the thing. I do have, and I think you guys may have seen photos of it not photos, I've seen quick stills of it in the collector episodes where I show the dungeon and how it's laid out. And of course you got your art book. I actually do have both of these already from the other collector's edition. I did end up getting the statue version with Batman standing over the city. So those are not new to me. I've seen these before and whatever. Honestly, don't care about that. It's missing the steel book, which I guess, whatever. I still have the steel book from my version. But again, none of that's important. Very cool though that it does have the embossed Arkham Knight logo in the styrofoam. That's one thing I love when companies do that, when they take that little extra step. But again, that's neither here nor there. Thing comes with a freaking key fob remote. That's all sorts of awesome. But okay, those are the extra cannon pieces. Enough talking, come on out. It's been years and the weight. Might be attached to the bottom of the styrofoam. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go ahead and get this thing up. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. That is a very, very nice piece right there. And they ain't kidding about sharp edges. It's already poking through the plastic. Come on. Give me a little bit of lift, because it's, there we go. All right. Has it been worth the 6-year wait, ladies and gentlemen? I am going to definitely say, yes it is. This thing looks great. Yeah, I don't even care that it doesn't come off of the stand. I love the fact this is a perfect centerpiece type. This thing is perfect. It's exactly what I've been hoping that it would be, exactly what I wanted it to be. There are some pieces here, gun attachment, and some other things that I will, of course, once I get some close-up photos, get this thing in the light tent, then we'll get some good pictures of it. What are these pieces? Okay, these are little flaps that go somewhere. Whatever, I'll get into it and we'll do a little bit of looking on how this thing is supposed to look. It does light up, it does move, not move, it does light up and does have some movement as far as the guns popping out. Again, I will get all of that stuff on video for you guys to see so you can kind of get a full idea of what it's like. But I want to give a quick shout out to DeMarcus Smith, our Culture Junkies level patron. If you guys want to help support the video and support and love the content that we're doing, consider going to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/culturejunkies. We've got 3 different levels of support, different tiers that you can choose from, and we appreciate the support that we get from every single one of our patrons. Also, check out culturejunkies.net and our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and Twitch and Twitter, and Discord. We're everywhere. So, just search Culture Junkies. You're going to find us. We're there. So I appreciate you guys sticking around for this longer video and my full backstory as to why this particular piece is so important to me. Again, for What's in the Box, I am GQ. This is the long-awaited Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile Edition, Collector's Edition, super duper rare, limited, canceled by the company. F all of y'all, because I got one now. Well, no, not F all of y'all, F the company. I got one now. Just clear that up, just to let y'all know. I'm GQ, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Hey, this is GQ giving a special shout out to our Culture Junkies level patrons, DeMarcus Smith and Fab Nerd Life. If you're enjoying our content, please consider going to our Patreon and becoming a supporter. There are different tiers to select from, and we thank you for your support.